back to the Poetry Project. Grab a glass of wine on your way out if you want. Say hi and buy books. Thank you.
Some who succeeded and some who suffered in vain.
I can't believe you forced me to watch the Heartbreak Kid remake.
Yeah. I like the twins.
Their hair.
Today we have ribeye steak with sweet mashed potato and a red blend.
What's the wine?
A red blend from Glau Glau or Glue Glue, I don't know. Glue
A
Glue.
red blend from Glau Glau. Bon appetit. Okay. Now you can come out. Now you can come out of baby jail. That's where we put Ashley when she's bad. Goes in the closet to baby jail. Down there. Solitary confinement for babies.
No.
But not Monica Lewinsky.
No, I'm not gonna
that
go
was
on
not
my
enough
plans to see Monica
on
Lewinsky.
Colbert.
Yeah.
It's a historic figure. I mean, she changed history in a certain way. I love that Billy Crystal is wearing that little hat. To me, that was the funniest thing at the SNL 50, was Billy Crystal's hat. Good for him. I'm glad he feels comfortable wearing that hat.
Okay, so you could adjust the control.
amazing presentation.
Showtime, folks. Showtime, folks.
In which I witnessed things no teenager ever should, like screams of enemy civilians or former neighbors, or our soldiers returning from front.
Lives connected and trusting. The answer is knowing. The only
thing. So if you guys are interested, I'll post that up too. And if you guys want to perform.
Alright, look at that, stuck inside a mobile. Okay.
It's tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night.
Dog bag, dog bag, dog bag, dog bag. I don't have a dog, but I have a bag.
Out my atmosphere, stuck in the stars.
It's scribbling. My art form from my heart, I prefer it physically visible.
And blame the moon, but I'll find hands.
Every Monday.
Is this your golf cart?
Oh shit. I wish.
Big, well done star
Right,
sticker
right.
on your laziness.
Yeah.
Cream, what is it? Cream, come on, no cream.
Then let the dog eat our epilogue. Thank you.
Ashley, what a nice moment. Yeah, so I play tomorrow night at Caffeine Underground in Bushwick. There's a lot of Jordan and White are also playing. They're playing tonight. There's a one-eyed machine with a liquid Christmas tree. Makes me bathe in the moonlight of the sky. my pocket there's a bird, and it brings me the word. It's invisible as he's flying through the sky. But I'm a supersonically narcissistic, electronically nihilistic, and living in the 21st century. Well, I'm a super narcissist, electronic nihilist, and living in the 21st century.
You ever been to
A cabin on my wall, frog and trumpet call. I got minutes and laptop with a hero. I'm living for today, cause there's no other way. All my numbers add right up to zero. Yeah, I'm a suicidal narcissistic, electronically nihilistic, and living in the 21st century. Yeah. Well, I'm a supersonic narcissistic, in love with the pictures of all my opportunistic brothers and sisters and influence and culture. We are all the undisputed princes, always met with no consequences. I will destroy everything I buy and make it mine. Another solo for you to play in your head every single day. Don't let it quit. Let the music go, let the music die. The music's alive, you're alive, you're not, I know it. We can't wait to see all the beautiful acts and all the beautiful harmonies in this wonderful church on a Friday. My morning green grass, brimstone in the air, but I don't really care. I'm laughing much too loud to hear the screams. Won't you take me from this place to a state of grace? I'm so sick of living on my days. I'm a superstar, narcissist, that temporary sound good to me from the whole head. Living in the 21st, 22nd, 31st, 78 dollars, living who go there, living on the radar, going to the beach and giving all the headlock. Man, living in the 21st century, yeah. And I'm living Ashley University in the 21st century, yeah.
Keep talking about Balthazar. It's solid.
No, but they even
What kind of
make
salad you get? You got a Caesar salad?
No, they don't make Caesar salad there.
I don't know what they make.
No,
What do they
but
make?
I got a frisee, a country frisee salad.
Okay, frisee. What is a frisee exactly?
It's like the frisee kind
Now this is a fucking restaurant.
I only invited Zoe because I thought we'd get food after, but she's already eating dinner before the show. Pointless to even invite her.
Well, not pointless. Now she gets to see me perform.
I don't want to see people see.
Yeah, exactly. That's a problem. It's exactly the problem in a nutshell, right there. It's kind of working at odds with my career aspirations, to be honest. Here we are at the legendary Caffeine Underground. Oh, I guess I should have brought some flyers or something.
There was technique in there that was probably better than I can actually play. It was a miracle caused by the music, the day that music lived, and that's today. Green roots on the floor. Oh, give me some more. Yes, I love that rock and roll lighting setup. I love that rock and roll lighting setup. I like that orange light tonight. Yeah, I'll make up my own words tonight. Context. Sparks flying off the cars of the subway, making up new sounds that didn't exist in the round. It was good, we had an understanding, it was misunderstood. I was on my way, there was nothing left to say. Every single dog were gonna have his day, but a half-life of nothing around the world.
I love when people just come up to you and they're like, oh, I've never seen you in things before when you're just holding a guitar.
Yeah, the plus side of carrying a guitar everywhere is you look cool, even though it's heavy.
I mean, it's the coolest thing you can carry on there.
Yeah, there you go. Just to bring your Fender hard case. You look like, you know.
Guitar case, these are sheer types.
Well, did you hear somebody when I said I'm in Blue Album too? Was that you that said that?
No,
Somebody said something about the Blue
some
Album.
Guy was like, yes, Blue Album. I don't know, we're just on our way.
Yeah. The after party. All right. Yeah, we're here to see Lauren, everybody. We don't have a reservation or anything.
Can't blow up his spot.
The baby channel. It only shows for babies.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she had it on even though we were like
She was watching the baby channel.
I literally made like why.
Jerry had his coat stolen at Baltazar? Was that on the show?
No, it was taken.
Was that an episode? Where was George? Where was Kramer?
Well, it was taken.
He stole Jerry's coat?
I think the guy brought it back to.
Oh, fuck. Jerry! Somebody took my coat, Jerry! Who took it? Did Kenny Banya take it? Was it Bob Sacamano that took the coat? It was Newman.
Ashley's getting better at the weekly choke slam.
That was like a pretty good one, I'd say.
He's practicing.
That's right. Practicing for my big return to WWE Wrestling Federation. Some BTS here, hanging out in the green room, chilling.
There are. It's just kind of, it goes.
It's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Network, go. We are live, everybody. We are live from New York City. It does not get any more real than it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah. We're gonna have endless fun tonight, everybody. You're gonna remember this the rest of your lives. You're gonna travel the world and carry this with you and tell people. To teach class after class after class. To draw smiles out of dour men. The long-haired and the old. Town needs an enema. This town needs an enema.
Commander-in-Chief, I got a Kobayashi beef enema in my brain tubes.
Is everybody paying attention? Sorry. You know. Okay. Oh no, Mom, I just gave birth. Oh, I'm my baby. And I'm bonding.
This is why, although he did try, Poseidon didn't love his youngest of brides.
Respond as if I'm a different species. She starts thrusting my matching thrust so we get in unison. She goes on whispering in my ear faintly in between.
The bald man's... You realized you were dreaming and said...
Nothing more than a Frankenstein monster for our era. But succeeded at biting my tongue. Definitely wasn't going to fly with her.
Oh boy.
You know, forever you and me, only you can make.
We ready? Awesome. On deck again. We got Jada Kid. All right, let's go.
Woo!
Yeah, get it up.
And I'll show you better act fast. Fuck chasing the cash. Money can't buy class. This is the boom bap. Yes, yes, y'all. This is the boom bap. Yes, yes, y'all. This is the boom bap. Yes, yes, y'all. This is the boom bap.
No matter what, yeah, you're far, but I can taste your metaphorical lips. I can feel the grain of our thinnest layers fall apart. A wind took you. I send messages through the sinew. I sense buried.
We've been through this once before. Life is a lot to process. Crispus Attucks was the first person to die in the Revolutionary War. The art of the account. Their blood fed the tree of liberty. Robbers got away with one $15 eighth. Guys out front, KGB, said they were doing me a favor. Reuse literally the can opener tree, obtain trash of the present, need to get home from the saltine, give them something to remind me, one stiff peak, good at starting things but not being a part of them. An overview of the census, shitting money from Monday nights, silly coin, penalty kick, removal glance, a bluntness of dump trucks. Good reading day, taking words apart and putting them back together again. Cycles of formation, escape into domestic turret, rejection, fascist election cycles with nerve decay in my face. Phone call to my ex, teaching those who will listen about poetry for free on the internet. My mentor could be in Venice, the other one's dead. I try not to lean on that. Machine Gun Kelly on Kimmel. Even the new stuff sounds old. Protest outside New School. I joined briefly in my walk down Fifth Ave. In May, Celebration Sunshine, unpeeling its eye, NYPD pride the occupiers out of Heinz Hall, like they effectively do with every significant, meaningful political movement. Spatula it to the dumpster. What did you expect? Carrying hammer up 6th Avenue, past the smoldering icon at their priest-like task of pure ablution. Come out to KGB, everybody. It's Monday nights.
Light up the bomb too. Ooh, smoke more than you do. Ain't that piggyback backwoods? Zoom out in the back, some wood. Drop a tablet in my tongue. Can't feel shit, no that I'm numb. Needed the grave already gone. I'll take you with me. Are you dumb? Got it from overseas. Need to smoke, but I can't see. Meditation to help me think, but won't find peace. Never doing splits, bang sheet. Suck my dick, don't care. And she spits after we eat out. Eat a row, make her moan, tremble, shout. We be getting loud, yes I'm fucking proud. Even on my damn dick might come quick. If she derelict, still got a bad.
Estoy gozando, pero donde quiera que pise, estoy acá quemando, ya se la saben de los barrios más peligrosos, de las calles es que vengo yo, un saludo para la familia que me está escuchando, sigo rimando mi puro México, que se va.
The line up here, yeah, nice.
It's time to clear the record. So you might ask yourself, like, what exactly makes an equation sexy, horny, nasty, right? How do we go from one to the other? What could possibly be?
Before I left. If you open my door now, the first thing you see is a California king bed. I'm not getting rid of it, he said. I'm sure the prostitutes were impressed on how straightforward he was.
Bought the wrong one, so now I have to go back. Do not disturb daddy's happy time, baby Ashley. Sleep, sleep, sleep for you. I am baby and you are daddy. It's always been reality rushing the stage. They crash together, performance, a jealous woman charging into the footlights, bringing our personal lives into the 5-minute time limit. A desecration of our job which seemed truthful to the duplicity and malice of existence. Sure, one of the tribe got eaten by a panther every once in a while, but I watched 2 Super Bowls with you, just one chapter in the book of life. Never had a sound check growl, 6 a.m., the Drella arrangement. 5 for force as reward sitting in the maelstrom of evening dialogue. This asylum cafeteria, tap to pay. It's environmental, it's environmental. Manic Panic, February 27th, 2025. Sculpting the small mountain of performance, the venues are prejudiced against musicians of interest. I can wait till next week, why can't I get to sleep? They ship it from Sweetwater Warehouse in Indiana. Just a bunch of creeps and forums with home recording setups who love Rush. Using chocolate frosty as a dipping sauce at the expense of real food. My thoughts are stupid to you. Max's birthday, 29's not that old, hell of a good age. I did this in the meantime. Help me break out of jail over the hump. 1:42 a.m. sleepiness. Drowsiness valley ramps into action after 3 a.m. Stayed up for diner. Cost me 2 days. Grimes fucked Hitler and proudly had his baby. Sending a subscription to his cars. Walkie-talkie the meetup for revelatory speakeasy. 3 marble flights up, hidden in the attic. Set list impromptu in haste. Seem to do better when I don't think of anything. Don't pre-plan in advance. Sour Mash Week off Bill Maher cost 6/7 of 2 years. Let's have them. It was just a topic for discussion. Need to borrow Seafoam Fender Stratocaster. Do the electronics work? 1 for set. I'm out there with the people, mentally disturbed. All the rich and famous are children thereof. Oh great, now the bar's against me. Have to work into the prevailing sentiments, whatever headwinds may be, snap out of it. The library is empty, in case somebody comes to join me. Feeding ideas from a dalliance with the stacks. James Thurber, 92 stories, looking right at me from the free cart out front. I barely post anymore. Some nice paintings of faces behind a cloud of flames over a high school track. They were all MAGA sleeper cell agents, so who still wants Southern House? Fuck them. I was wary of library, empty, abundant food in Chinatown on my way to Seward Park Branch, off-site remote today. Working remotely, reading Philip Roth in Korean. Free view. It's bluer than it appears in my wild documentation. Hang from a bike going by, everybody recognized when the Levy Bread sample, an earthen berm from Brooklyn Tech. He used to teach at St. Anne's. He's too good to be friends with me. There's no room in my alone. The poetry sucks here. The section, I mean. You could use better knowledge and funding. Wood casement, orange setting low behind the towers downtown. Buses, people, cars. 169 bar. After 15 years, what is my life full of but this? The death of kids, how nobody can afford it, so hyper-billionaires taunt us with creepy impregnation fetish. You know what time it is? Almost to 500 views. Let it all fall apart faster seems to be the message of a tired populace surrendering to chemicals and food. I need another Frosty, French fries, chicken nuggets, bacon cheeseburger, lettuce. She doesn't want to live more than 5 years. Is that a cry for help or a ploy for attention? The Airbnb is very sweet but overplayed like traffic beams of mad rollers, rich ass lightning. I look a lot younger then, but I was younger. Getting my champagne on discount in a nightmare. Ongoing viscous membranes morphing like placenta with the slime of primordial birth. Not allowed to have water. It takes what shape it may. Had to switch seats in the aggressive sunset for a better vantage. Ruffles of hot orange, pink, tufted with bruised nests of purple and blue. It's like the sky is flying. Under the dusk-singed feathers of big lavender wings. The world is an ostrich, and we its ostrich egg. Open for 3 more hours till they close, but all my stuff is over there. No one cares that it's happening, that the actor was miscast. Thought I recognized you at the cafe across Division Street, but that may have been racist, or at least that's what my white liberal ass is afraid of. Making a good living as a background actor, paying $500 for a studio in Echo Park. We didn't leave the house till we were 15. Not like I spent my teens ranging far and wide. I prefer to sit against the wall. I wallow in the sundown's distraction and hope that it ends soon so I can get back to work. It's Maximilian's 29th birthday today. Happy birthday, Max. My play is all stuck together. I'm no Matt Gazda, but where can you read him? Also not Matt Starr, thank God. Famous,
Fuck both of them.
famous rich elite people should have better taste. But that is the scourge of our age, bad taste. Man spreaders probably get laid the most. That's my theory. Women demand a sense of entitlement. The assignment was to go wide, but I felt like doing this, needing multiple gurus, influences, and teachers, white and black musicians and artists collaborating with each other, melding genres, fusing cultures. I'm all in on Life Epic, which is the complete notebooks, not fascist science. Would Rambo be MAGA? Rest in peace, Pierre Jory and Gene Hackman, and Gene Hackman's dog. 2 of them survived at his modest property outside Santa Fe, New Mexico. Provincial adoption of mass media center, cultural product like SCTV in Edmonton, looking at showbiz from the cold outside, it's all Great White North. Trying to break in, there is no in. All is outer. The center is everywhere, especially where you are. Makers of personal, immediate, diluted diary art when the IT department runs the world. My two cats, Pivar and Volokonski, could never build muscle, so stuck on the first floor of meaning forever. You don't do good by accident. I thought it was like Zen archery. You try to miss. Do they think about me as much as I think about them? Translating a memoir into line breaks, you're overthinking it. Big, airy studio, spring trip to a coast, go there with you. He recommends the Paris vlog. Pierre means stone. No, Pierre means Pierre. Jory means stone. Pushed out by the leverage of oncological stress brought about by our non-consensual king, we saw him together in the bunker. It was a pleasant interaction. Deja vu meeting us at the church tomorrow. Tickets to myself on Saturday, a group of friends from one to another. It's a drug that smells like ayahuasca. Shaving the flyers by my students who immediately superseded me. Some of it I agree with. Tell them to go easy on those first-time directors. Nobody went easy on me, they just left. Thrown back on the blank, the river takes many bodies onward in its path. Tide pools, estuaries, oxbows, waterfalls, strums, then picks, according to what's called for. The bookstore cat is named that. I don't have those friends after re-entry to dance once on a rooftop. Jonathan Toupin Soul Shake Party. We get old as the business dies, or rather is handed back over to the people. I agree to disagree with flat detective noir Hemingway style, which also permeates Hollywood. Just ask Chinatown. Volleyball practices indoors for the winter, splashing paint around the canvas. It made them good and strong to cut trailers with definitive ROI, which coincidentally was also the name of a French king. No longer slashing his way across an English garden, defying meaning with its own signifiers, a rag man, a can lady, picking the trash for small fortunes, making clothes out of crushed aluminum. Can't tell you how happy I am to see you. Transferred to the Upper West to steward the manuscript which died in the age of network processors. There were dozens of meanings which could be applied to that. Banned before it got started to try anything. How many followers do you have? Which I haven't been accruing through the microspectacle, the shrimp cocktail moviola of 1849, living on the freedom of grass times pumped from the well. It was a takeoff on hats with all legal variegation. There's more seconds mapped onto some minutes. It requires slow and with reflection. There's happy to do that in the wood-framed Victorians by the beach. Why would you live there if you don't like Bitcoin action? I'm so old, it seems the world is a class at my feet. Everybody's younger, so I have to be the teacher. My kids should be 10 or 15 by now, but at least I got to enjoy it while I still have hair. Not to be replaced by any grandchildren assassinated by arguments I had with my grandpa. Communism versus capitalism. I was always in the bullied liberal minority, made fun of by the other cousins. Something feminine and therefore suspicious about being a man who's a Democrat. Masculinity is conservative. It's strong, selfish, entrepreneurial with enforced borders and cops. Expunging the humor is an alternative to gullet the pollution. Literature is the refuge of soft slowness. Going back over what you just said, making my way uptown to 14th Street, the Horizon Line where they have what I need. Through the fashionable clutter of Soho, she can't stand that we aren't obsessed. Streetcar is Neil Simon's very favorite play. 7 minutes more to tabulate the socials of my smoke break, which is indefinite in perpetuity. Don't be pissy looking back because you're hedged in your doing now by misguided colonial dissident apologia. To colonize the forefront of what's amusing to your peer group, i.e. generation, by way of the technologies, systems of organization, and hallmark experiences of shared age. You have to do it young to get to the moon, before everybody else. Good luck. We love the book.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I just don't come out and do stuff. Yeah, you know, my whole 2010s were spent in areas like this. Just clean right things. Bushwick, East Williamsburg. 90 letters to say anything. Talking Gulf of Tonkin. Switch up a notch. Vin shading. I fast forwarded that part. In War Prudence, Jeff Cesario shows up to get married, putting on his cowpers. Bend the amount of playground, having attention with Bismotti Home Depot. It's stuffy and worse funneling masks. Get around Life Serpent took 3 months for the whole show. We devised the opposite outcome, a Regency Sierra in Omega moods. Rough spot for a kind heart. She was really good in kindergarten today, toasting a blotter of sweets, a radar shipment of the only obvious opposition. It was good for hot ones, maybe not so much Hollywood's biggest night. Spinning the baton, nobody watched these modesty estates. Corona parquet melds with the present. We were too indoors to shut up. Secure the sharp to pull us together out of winter. More enjoying the year to thalidomide. Too Tom Wolfe. Too Jay McInerney. Too Gay Talese. Would it be easier to get famous for what we're doing now? Aversion to notice. We do lunch chat. Just press record on a hymn to the train. New go long there. 5 minutes till pageants on the delicate frequencies of poets. Earmarked for sotto voce governments. Adjust the trait for BMWs in the South. Maybe they were watch entitled. We could see it fall and not know what it meant. Sketch unalived at dress, so it was moved to the front of the show, where we rewrote the final cue cards mere seconds to air. My favorite year happened a long time ago, but it repeats itself all the time. There's an extra hour party tonight, or an hour less. I guess there's an hour less. But there'll be more daylight. Yes. That's the idea. Oh, she's naked.
I love this line. He's worse than a wallflower. He's the bones of the house hiding behind the sheetrock.
Can't wait to go to San Francisco, Patty.
Ashley likes Shop Girl. She's look at her frolic. She had to get in my shot. It is, well, it's daylight savings, and it is just probably the first beautiful day of the year. I mean, literally, what, a week ago it was fucking 20 degrees. Now it's like, Ashley's wearing a cute top. So Ashley liked Shop Girl. Daddy liked Red Belt. The two genders, Shop Girl and Red Belt.
I mean, you fell asleep during some of Miller's and
No, I didn't. Not that one movie, I really missed the whole fucking thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought you just invented it. I didn't realize that was a real.
No, it's some real.
Internationally recognized. I've never heard of it before or since.
in Central Park, sorry.
Okay. We'll have to rewatch it. Now that he won an Oscar. Minetta Tavern, huh? People want that burger. People want that squab.
I will like survive a week and a half without that view.
Oilcoholics.
All of my
No, it's just cold. Bedtime. I'll take one like this. Time for you to go home. Daddy needs lunch. Oh, the gates, they're like virtual now. Now you like scan a QR code, you see the gates. Scan for the free experience. Wait, is it this way? I guess it's this way. Boathouse restaurant, okay. Well, I guess we can go this way. Check it out. Yeah, it's just like how many of these movies are about crime? Red Belt's got a crime thing. I don't know, there's always some kind of heist. I don't really find that stuff that interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not really into heist.
You want to really stay?
Yeah, I do. Okay, I do. Boy, there was a painter guy. We went to Monkey Bar, whatever the hell it is.
It could be a firefly. Between 11 and 17, it sits in the right corner.
She will always fall short of whatever she truly needs.
Got by a Trump voter, and I was worried as hell about my rental car. It was an Audi, for Christ's sake.
Dream that recurs to me where you're starring as a hero. And there you long to dip.
I want to be yours, but I don't want to be a woman. And I don't want to be a body anymore. I want to have one without trying.
You're
Not
doing it
this
Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday, okay.
Umbrella.
This looks like Club Random.
This? Yeah, I was looking for HDMI cable and find this thing.
It's like 20 degrees warmer than
Week live with Scenes from My Life. Thank you for tuning in. I did want to mention.
Of Pierre Reverdy, Guillaume Apollinaire, Blaise St-Georges, among others, are out there.
When I look at the faces of people my age, all I see are loaves of bread, smiling, as if baking had been a great pleasure. Sex can continue into old age in various ways, a fact that no one wants to talk about. But it's interesting, much more than the sex of youth, which has so much force, it can.
How is it? For
We're food vloggers. You gotta talk about like that lady talked about the Disneyland.
I like the mild sauce on it, the avocado sauce. I got guac in it, the sweet potatoes, and I added rice. So it's pretty
really?
substantial.
Damn, okay. That is like a full meal. That's like a Chipotle burrito.
Yeah, I mean this is like kind of like a small burrito.
was just.
Got a corner house there.
Now she gets a nightmare, so she like sneaks into bed with him.
With Billy Crystal. Oh, there you go.
Wow! Huh? Where have you been?
When?
The last 8 hours or so.
Here.
Ashley, when are you gonna get a gaming chair?
Never. Those things make me like.
You need a gaming chair in this apartment right there.
No, we don't.
You need. I'm gonna buy you a gaming chair.
No.
What if you're present? What if I got you a present? What if it was a gaming chair?
No, it wouldn't be that.
Would you be thrilled by that, or?
No, I would be disgusted. Oh, Daddy Dactyl.
Okay, Ashley.
I love you. Daddy Dactyl, have any words?
Do I have words? Interlaughing, Ashley.
Telling the truth can be dangerous business. Okay? Okay, I want to do a little movie review weekly roundup of the things we watched this week. Everybody, we did a little bit of an Elaine May. You got to watch Interlaughing. Carl Reiner. Also, Poppy from Seinfeld plays the lead. It's from the 60s. It's a movie about theater in New York. It's a great kind of New York 60s movie. I don't even think it said it's never been released on DVD or Blu-ray. Elaine May. How is there not an Aubrey Plaza Elaine May biopic? I don't know, but to me, the part of Aubrey Plaza is kind of like place in comedy. I'm sure all of these comedy writers saw her and went, oh my God, she looks just like Elaine May. But in any case, you also got to see this movie. I think it's called It Is Spirit, or Is It Spirit? It's very obscure. Directed by a woman, 1990 or thereabouts. Elaine May and Marlo Thomas do kind of a buddy comedy. And it's wild. There's astrology. There's crazy outfits. Once again, it's kind of a great New York movie. I recommend that one. We watched Movers and Shakers with Walter Matthau, written by Charles Grodin. I remember reading about it in his memoir, It Would Be So Nice If You Weren't Here. It was okay. The best thing I could say about it is it's only 80 minutes long. There's dinosaurs in it. Anything with Charles Grodin and dinosaurs is worth watching. Steve Martin's the best part of the movie. And Gilda Radner's in it. And she's like, it's kind of hard to believe Gilda Radner was like really not in that many movies. But, and we also did a little bit of a Billy Crystal retrospective. We watched the movie Forget Paris, which is really not available online very much. I remember seeing it on TNT in like probably the 90s. And it's kind of an interesting movie. I'm a big fan of Mr. Saturday Night, which is a movie about stand-up comedy and show business. It got panned. It was like kind of a bomb. Forget Paris was Billy Crystal's second directorial effort. And it's a little bit, I don't know. You can tell it's more of like a passion, it's a little more elegant. There's kind of, Billy Crystal, I guess, went to film school before he was like a famous comedian. Martin Scorsese was his teacher. There's like fucking TikTok videos of him on talk shows and stuff talking about this. But he has a lot of film school-y kind of techniques. But if you like When Harry Met Sally and you're a fan of Billy Crystal rom-coms, try Forget Paris. There's a lot of really good stuff with NBA players. He plays a referee for the NBA. So it's like, there's all these scenes with like Charles Barkley and fucking Chris Mullin and shit. Patrick Ewing. And they're pretty well done, actually. And then we watched this movie Here Today, which was a Billy Crystal movie that he co-wrote with Alan Zweibel, who was like in the SNL movie that just came out. He was one of the original writers for Saturday Night Live. So it's sort of like about this aging comedy writer. It's very hokey. It's another like his insider look at the comedy world type movie. It kind of reminded me of that De Niro movie that came out a few years ago, The Comedian. For some reason, I don't know. There's just too many movies about comedians. But Here Today, it was also very film school technique-ish, and it just get very hokey and kind of like bites off a little more than it can chew. There's this whole like Alzheimer's storyline. But I don't know, that these movies like hooked me for some reason. Forget Paris and Here Today. Do yourself a favor. We haven't watched 61 yet, but have yourself a little Billy Crystal directorial film festival. Good for him. That's going to do it for this week's movie reviews, everybody. Tune in next week. We'll have more picks for you, more 5-baggers, and have a great week. I think they want to disrupt the visibility of the Empire State Building. If you've noticed, the Chrysler Building, and particularly the Empire State Building, they've started to build all these like generic kind of glass condo buildings within the kind of sight line anywhere you are downtown. I think that's on purpose. It's like that Joseph Campbell thing about whatever the tallest building is in a society kind of represents its values. The Empire State Building, I think, represents 20th century New York and kind of this civic responsibility, kind of public infrastructure. I think it's kind of an emblem of the New Deal era. Al Smith was the first president of the Empire State Building. He was kind of a precursor to Roosevelt in the White House, and a lot of those New Deal kind of socialist policies started in New York with Al Smith. I don't think that's why they're building all these buildings, but I think they're trying to move New York into the 21st century, and they want to make it look like one of these kind of generic homogenized world cities, and it's money laundering. So anyway, now the tallest building is these super tall kind of billionaires row private residences. They're empty. They're just places, you know, they're asset properties. They're just places to park your money. They're basically like safety deposit boxes. That's the new New York. It's just this kind of like offshore holding company. It's the Cayman Islands for the world kind of jet set, the people ripping everybody off, tech or whatever that may be. And it stinks being downtown. You can't see the Empire State Building anymore. That was kind of like the lighthouse and kind of like the Eiffel Tower and the waypoint. And now I get it. It's the 21st century. New York has to compete. It has to grow up. So you have things like Hudson Yards, but we clearly need more low-income housing, working-class housing, and yet these empty condo, non-functional kind of super talls or generic kind of like cube buildings or pencils or whatever the fuck they call them. And sorry, excuse my French. And so we need less of that and more just functional housing for regular people. But they want to obscure all that, I guess, with these new kind of nondescript blockages.
I sit and pray for less lonely nights.
To and fro, for to and fro in my dreams I go. Let's hear for the Irish. Is anybody from the country of Scotland in the house? You goddamn Scottish bastards! Goddamn! And you'll say, don't stop with your Irish woes.
Future like. Which one? Where? This one? Here? Sorry.
Okay, I understand that like the cool position is to say that you don't like Times Square, and I get that. I get why people don't like Times Square, but I'm gonna be devil's advocate here and just say, you know, I kind of like it. It's like a theme park, you know, I don't know. That's the Disneyfication, I guess. But okay, Broadway's here, show business, people, excitement, lights. I don't know, this is the cutting edge. It is ultra capitalism. It is a giant mall. It is a simulacrum, but I don't know. It's the crossroads of our civilization, our capitalist civilization, and maybe that's a bad thing. To me, I just look at it as another neighborhood amongst neighborhoods. It's amazing to me that New York City, the MTA, you can get on the subway, you can go to the Brighton Beach, you can go to Jackson Heights, you can go to the Bronx, and you can come to Times Square. To me, it's just another neighborhood like Greenpoint or something. It'd be nice if it was a little bit more of another neighborhood, but like Eugene O'Neill was born right here, you know? John Cassavetes had his acting studio here. Like Taylor Swift performed here on New Year's Eve. The fact that we get to live among this, I mean, you're not, you know, New Yorkers like to be above it. That's like how they prove that they're real New Yorkers. They're not tourists. It's not, Times Square sucks. I hate Times Square, but to me, if it's part of your commute or something, I wouldn't necessarily want to, I don't know. If you're on Broadway, you're coming here every day. What's wrong with that? It's restaurants. It's where the action is, baby. It's kind of nice. I don't know. I'm trying to make something positive. Dude, look at all the fucking people outside Hamilton. Jesus. Who are they waiting to see? Who the fuck is in Hamilton now? Hamilton is right across the street from the Church of Scientology. That kind of makes sense to me in an obvious way. Hamilton is the Scientology of musicals. I'm a serial killer, but I only kill pedophiles.